Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. But before we jump right in and get started, I just want to take a moment, say hi, and welcome to new subscribers. I am so happy to have you on board with us. Thank you for becoming part of the Ophiuchus tribe. As always, it is an absolute honor and blessing to read for each and every single one of you. That being said, we're going to jump in. I was drawn to this certain deck and I haven't used it, and I think in over a year, but it was calling this morning. So let's see what Spirit has in store for you all today. I want it. The Snake. All right, so complication, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, and the other woman. Let's see where this goes. We have healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and life, self-love, self-care, being happier. Yeah, this is, I can feel it already. This is about making the healthiest choices for yourself. Sometimes there are certain people that maybe you're friends with or that you love, but they just don't give you the same energy in return. They just don't give you the good energy. They bring more drama than it's worth. And I feel like this is you choosing your peace and saying no to certain energies in your life and saying, just not making space for those energies or minimizing the time that you spend with certain energies because they just don't have your best interest at heart, even if you have theirs, right? We do have the golden mirror, so self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationships, there we go, love bombing. So I do feel like whether this is like a love opportunity or a friend or a family member, whomever this is for you, I just feel like Spirit is calling you to make the healthiest choices that you can. It's like if you know someone is not good for you, try to minimize that time is what Spirit's saying. It's because it's just not going to end up panning out well for you if you keep pouring into something that just keeps siphoning your energy, right? Taking your effort and siphoning your energy is what I hear. We have wedding rings, so union, wedding, married, now a soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. I feel like what you might actually be making room for is a new situation. You may have a new person coming in, a new soulmate. Maybe it's a past soulmate. Now, whether it's friend or potential lover, somebody's on the way out and somebody's on the way in. That's what it seems. Now, I don't know who these people are for you. I feel like you might be able to feel your way through it. I want to say trust your intuition. Karmic relationship. Yeah. Whether it's the friendship or, potential love person, not the new person coming in, but the past person that you kind of are being encouraged to let go of or to kind of minimize the time. I want to say you may realize that this is a karmic lesson that kind of, well, I was going to say it holds lessons for you. It's a karmic situation that holds lessons because you're realizing a lot. You're setting healthy boundaries. That's unfortunately what these types of situations are for, is to really kind of teach you where to put your boundaries, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. And I feel like you letting go of this heavier energy is making room for new love. We have unconditional love, self-love, and I feel like that's another energy you're really taking on. You're realizing what you deserve, and by giving yourself what you know you so rightly deserve, that is self-love, right? Yeah, I like you. I feel like you've got a new person coming in. And, it's funny. We've got heartbroken in the past. You may have to leave someone heartbroken in the past. I just feel like you have to make room for the new, and I feel like Spirit is calling you to do that. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a past lover that you're leaving in the past. It could be a past friend that just would have maybe squandered your blessing, come in between you and your soulmate that's meant for you, right? I don't know who this is for you, but I feel like they just kind of put a damper on things, or that's the type of energy that they carry. They just put a damper on things. They don't want you to expand. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to shine. This is the type of person that wants to keep you minimized, right? And Spirit saying it's time to leave that in the past. They may chase. They may give chase. But I feel like ultimately what it's doing for this person when you walk away, when you set those healthy boundaries, you're allowing this person to step into their own transformation, which I feel like is so important. I feel like that's the reason for it all as well. Not only do they teach you things, but you ultimately, by making the healthy choices that you're making, you ultimately become their teacher, right? Relationship evolving to the next level or next phase. I do feel like whatever this new situation is, it's healing. It says healing the inner child and growth. I feel like this new situation is going to grow you in brand new ways. It's going to help you expand and transform and heal some parts of you that maybe, I want to say that maybe you acquired in these past relationships here, right? You can finally let some of the heavier energies go and fall to the wayside. Let's see. Yeah, a photograph. You know, this person may cling to a photograph of you, the one you're letting go, or for some, I hear something along the lines of, yeah, with this cassette tape, it's outdated, from the past. I feel like someone may be holding on to a past version of you that is not who you actually are anymore. And I feel like it's this past person that wants to do that. Please don't mind my dog up there. He's making a bit of noise this morning, asking for cookies, as usual. So let's see. Yeah, they're holding on to that version of you that is just, it's not who you actually are anymore. And I feel like this person may refuse to see how much you've grown. And I heard, don't go knocking at my door from the past. It's like I don't live there anymore. So I don't know if maybe this person and you had such a toxic dynamic that it's like they only see the one facet of you. They don't realize that you're so much more, or that they're so much more to begin with as well, you know? Let's see. Yeah, self-indulgence. I feel like this person is only worried about themselves, and I feel like they may actually kind of pin that on you and say, you're only worried about yourself. You're doing this, or, you know, they may be pointing the finger is what I hear. I feel like it is an effort to kind of control or to manipulate the situation, to gaslight you into keeping the door open for them like they had it before. They benefit from that somehow, even if it's just siphoning your energy and kind of dragging you down. Some people become addicted to kind of torturing you in a sense. You know, they get a high off of minimizing you, making you feel small, right? And I do kind of see that energy here as well. Yeah, Spirit saying we can lay that to rest with that coffin. Endings bring in brand new beginnings. Every end is a brand new begin again, is what I hear. I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to say. It's time to kind of explore the future, and I feel like you're ready. You know you're ready. But maybe it's just a little harder. I mean, even if the past was bad, sometimes we still have to mourn it, right? It's a change, it's growth, it's healing. Sometimes we still have to shed tears for it. But I feel like it's necessary. And I feel like you're ready for it as well. I feel like maybe you're past ready for it. You've been ready. Yeah, love's calling. And I feel like Spirit's saying you want to be ready to pick up. You don't want to be stuck here with the mask on dealing with these lower toxic energies. I feel it, yeah. I heard trying to fix a situation with the hammer, and then I see sabotage as the first letter or the first word here. So it's like, I feel like you would be trying to fix something with this person over and over and over again. I feel like this is the cycle, and they are forever sabotaging it because they get a rise out of making you feel a certain way. And I feel like the more you realize that, the more you kind of see that for what it is, the easier it's going to be for you to lay that to rest with that coffin there and take on new abundance. You're opening up the energy. You've got more time on your hands. You've got more energy within you to kind of explore this brand new love call. I'm really excited about that. I feel like that's going to be something wonderful in your life. It could start off as friends, go into lovers, could start off really romantic and really, it could have a lot of pull really fast for some of you. For others, I feel like it's a really sweet romance and you've got that, like shy smiles and different things like that. Now we have the Boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on. Now it did fly out on its side. I am going to keep it on its side because ultimately, collective, this is your choice. You know, everything is up to you. Spirit will hand you a brand new situation, but it's always entirely up to you what you want to do with it. You could choose to say no to the new thing and keep focusing on the old. But Spirit is telling you that it is in your best interest. If you're looking for happiness and abundance and to stand tall in your personal power, to kind of lay the past to rest. So Spirit is saying you can receive what you need. Abundance, love, joys, right? That new opportunity to take life in a new direction. Or you could settle, right? Try to focus on seeing the beautiful aspects of yourself and standing in your confidence. I want to say try not to let any past situations or people rock your confidence, because with this not enough card, I feel like there's a person of the past that may try to gaslight you into thinking you're not enough for something new that's actually meant for you, right? Of course, they wouldn't want you to take the good thing, because then that means leaving them behind in the past, right? But I do feel like this person is not above trying all types of war tactics to keep you where you are, instead of you having that Phoenix moment, which I feel like you so rightly deserve at this stage in your life. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. I feel like if there's any feelings at all of not enough, I want you to put that out of your mind and take on that new energy that is, I'm standing tall in my personal power and I'm ready for it, right? I feel like that's what's super important here. Yeah, look, and here comes that new date. I love this for you, collective. I feel like not only is it going to be very exciting and very surprising for you how this goes for you heading towards the future, but I feel like it's actually going to be a shock to this person in the past that you actually finally said no, or you finally let go. I feel like they're going to cry their tears. Where I feel like you might mourn the situation for different reasons. It's like you had maybe been hopeful it would turn into something beautiful, or that they would have treated you right. Like I said, I don't know that this is a past lover. I feel like for some, maybe it was someone that you dated, someone that maybe you have a heavier past with. I feel like this is someone you have a heavy past with. This is definitely maybe a friend you've had for years and years and years. This is that type of person where it's really hard to kind of separate the two. But I feel like this new person may be somebody you know of from the past, or somebody brand new, right, that you know of. But maybe not someone that you have a thick past with. I'm thinking this has more like maybe could have children together, could have been married, could have been like this could be like a mother or a father, and there's a toxic relationship there where they're just not happy for you to step into something new. There could be, oddly enough, some weird competition between like a mother and a daughter, or a father and a son, is kind of what I'm getting here, which is really kind of strange to me, because, you know, in your mind, you would think they'd want you to be happy because, you know, they brought you into the world. But it's got a weird dynamic here for some. For others, I do kind of sense this, it's a jealous friend who is not happy that you are going to find your happiness. They may have kind of steered you clear from really good opportunities because they got something out of making you feel small, or making you feel like the insecure one, making you feel like they had the answers, right? And I feel like that's for no matter what kind of situation this is between, or what type of dynamic this is between you and this past person. They got a kick out of feeling like they were in control. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, time's ticking. You're going to have to make that decision very, very soon, collective. Yeah, a girl with a snake. Empath and narcissist kind of situation here. It says being charmed or used enable boundaries, and I had to put that on the past because I feel like that's what Spirit's saying. You'll deal with more of this if you stick with the past. Now, like I said, it's your choice, right? Spirit is saying it is ultimately always up to you. Like I say, collective, I'm just the reader. I just let you know what is coming so you can make a well-informed decision about what you want for yourself. This is the typical narcissist empath kind of energy. Like I said, I don't know who this person is for you in the past, but they might act out in a lot of crazy ways because they've lost the battle. So they may still try to get some digs in the future, but I feel like you'll be so happily on your new path that you I hear wrapped in passion and excitement, insane chemistry, liking each other equally, having fun, that you're, Spirit on deck here, that you're not going to really even recognize these bites for what they are. You're just going to be so kind of focused on where you're going that this really does end with the coffin. That's it. You know, I see somebody throwing the lily on the coffin. It's like, that's the end of that, right? Is there anything else before we, yeah, that's it. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern is what it says. Stop the pattern. Silent treatment, abandonment, right? I feel like that's what Spirit's saying is probably your best bet at this particular point in time. Because I feel like if you stick with it, it's only going to get worse for you. It's only going to, pull you down and create havoc in your life. And Spirit is saying it's your turn for beautiful things. It's your turn for abundance and happiness, right? That's what I'm getting. Let's see. Your initials, their initials. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I'll pick up as many as I can right now. Okay. A few fell out in my lap. I don't know if there are any more. Oh, yeah, 2 more. Hold on. 1. Nope, 3 more. Okay. They were all meant to come out, I guess. We've got 1 standing. An H, first, middle, last name, could be significant. Your initials, their initials. Anybody else involved in the situation, right? Let's see. Any other messages that want to channel through here? Let's see. I heard you get to decide. It's your turn to decide. Maybe you've been waiting for a long... Oh, that's that song. My turn to decide. What song is that? I think the woman's name is Sarah something. The name Sarah could be important. When I think of the song, I will put it in the comments down below. But it's about a woman who kind of lives a subdued life until she realizes, like, she's been waiting her whole life for someone to say it's her turn to kind of live that life, right? To decide what's good for her. I don't know if there's someone, it could be a parent that is, oh, that's what the song is kind of about. It's like it could be a parent that is, or a significant other from the past who kind of made you feel small, made you feel like your ideas weren't good enough, or where you were going wasn't good enough, or it wasn't going to pan out for you. It's like you were always met with negativity when it comes to this person. They always made you feel small. And now it's your turn to be strong and stand in your power. So that's kind of what the energy is here. I wish I could think of the name of the song, but let's see, anything else? Something about a vet or a vet tech, just as a side note. I know that's out there somewhere different. Maybe that's what you want to do, or maybe that was an idea that you had for yourself, or one that maybe you want to pursue. Maybe you want to work with animals somehow. I'm seeing someone like a vet tech at the zoo, at like a local zoo or a wildlife preserve or something. It's like volunteering your time. So I don't know if this is a dream you had. Maybe somebody made you feel like that wasn't good enough, or you wouldn't be good enough for that, whatever it is. Please don't listen to those people that tell you that you're not good enough for something. They are telling you about themselves and what they feel like they can achieve. It truly has nothing to do with you, right? They're telling you where their cap on their ceiling is, not where yours is, right? They're trying to put that cap over top of you because they feel like they couldn't accomplish that, right? But they're not you. And I feel like you can put your mind to anything and accomplish it. I heard believe in yourself. Yeah, I do feel like maybe you've been really beat down by this person over the years. I do hear something about have been talking to someone, so there you could be talking to a mental health professional, or could have been over the years when it comes to certain people in your life. I feel like maybe now it's time to take the biggest step. It's like you set your boundaries and either they can adjust and meet you there or not, right? I feel like there's something like that going on here. I feel like you're being encouraged to really hold strong on those boundaries. And if not, if that's not something you've tried for yet, Spirit may be encouraging you to kind of seek that out, that help, so that way you can make heads and tails of heavier energy and really grow and expand and have your healthy, happy forward movement in your life. I feel like you want to be able to live the highest version of your life. And I feel like when you take the steps to really recreate yourself and to learn to grow and expand, Spirit really works with you on that, right? All right, let's see. What else do we have for the collective here? And like I said, I don't know what you want to be or who you want to be. That was just something that came through very strongly. Oh, wow. With the sea turtle, right off the bat, there was this place I used to go to. I used to vacation in Daytona Beach, Florida every year. And there was a sea turtle. They would save the sea turtles, right? And then they would re-release them. And you could go in and check it out and see all the turtles from big to small. Ones that were saved by, they were stuck in nets and they were having problems, and they heal them up and they send them back out. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. And that almost kind of follows through with that vet tech stuff. I do kind of see that energy here. It's like, I feel like you have such a loving, caring, healing energy, whether it's people or animals. I feel like you may be known for your gentleness or your kindness, your listening ear. I feel like you're kind of known for those things. And there are, unfortunately, people who will take advantage of your kindness and view it simply as weakness and not see that that is actually one of your biggest, most beautiful strengths. And not everyone can actually be strong enough to live in that level of soft, right? I see the lightning strike. I do feel like it's going to be a shock to these people from the past or this person from the past when you set that boundary. It's like, I can love you, but maybe I have to love you at a distance because maybe that's what's healthy for me. I can clean up this energy, right? And I can reach new heights. I feel like there are new places to explore, new things to do and see in this life. And I feel like with your new partner, you might be exploring those new things. I feel like this new sense of self or strength brings you peace, inner peace. I feel like that's so important. You're choosing your peace over other people's BS. And I feel like it's so important. Spirit keeps saying it's so important. Yeah. Because you want this opportunity for the butterfly. You want to transform. You want to explore new situations. You want great change with that leaf. And you want to get busy on it right now. With that bumblebee, I just feel like now's the time. You may feel that way. It may feel right. It's like now is the time to make big changes. You may wake up and just think that today's the day, right? It just happens and you make some major changes in your life. It could be a tower for these other people. I don't feel like it's going to be a tower for you, but I do feel like it's going to be a tower for those that you leave behind. And the wake-up call as well. I do hear they say old dogs can't learn new tricks, but I feel like when someone really important leaves your life, it does make you stop and think. And I feel like, they might have to really think about all the reasons why you left. And I feel like they'll learn a thing or two about the way that they treated you, the way that they see you, right? I just feel like that's what's going on here. I'm so sorry if you're going through this. Big hugs to you. Yeah, I hear big hugs, much love if you're going through this, because it's tough. It's not an easy thing. But I feel like you've got a lot of good up ahead, just up ahead. New partner for some, or strengthening an already existing relationship for others could be. Yeah, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to become part of this Ophiuchus tribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.